What's up, guys? Welcome to the Mettlestate Pro Series. Of course, we're going to be bringing you some pretty exciting action here today. My name's DK. With me is Mr. Vector Menace. How are you doing today, bud?
Excellent. I've been waiting for this day for quite some time, DK, man.
Well, it's great to have you here. And of course, we are getting straight up into a little bit of that Pro Series action. Now, what's going to be interesting today is we've decided to merge the Pro Series and the Challenger Series, just lobbying all the teams together to see what they are going to be bringing to the battlefield. And of course, who is going to be those teams to reign supreme, at least for today. Of course, we know it is going to be 4 matches, starting it off on a little bit of that Erangel, heading into 2 matches of Miramar. And of course, we're going to be closing it up with a little bit more of that Erangel action. Now, we've got a beautiful lineup of teams coming in today. I mean, we've got an absolutely stacked lobby. So far, we've got about 80 participants locked into this lobby. And I got to say, I'm loving the numbers that we have here. But of course, you know, is there any teams in particular, Vector, that you are going to be keeping an eye on here today?
Well, you know what? The entire list of the Pro Series boys that's all in there. 100% we'll be keeping an eye on every single one of them. The guys that's coming in, that's bringing the challenge, on that list, I'm going to say what stands out for me. Let's see. Feinted, definitely. Yonkers as well, I am familiar with. Last week, we saw MetaForce, and I think ATROX was in there, might have been, but definitely MetaForce. They can do a lot better. I think they got a little bit of a warm-up last week, and they know what they can do a little bit better. So I would like to still keep an eye on them, seeing that we were keeping an eye on them last week. YT Gaming, of course, as well, and Sabaweli. My eye's gonna be on them, definitely.
Well, it's good. I mean, so it's interesting to see how all these teams are going to fare once they meet each other moving into that battlefield.
Mhm.
And I do think we are going to be in for a bit of a ride, of course. As we know, in true Mettlestate fashion, it is going to be FPP across the board. So the team's really being put to the test here, right? So there's a little bit of a
Yes.
different dynamic coming through here, at least with regards to how the teams will then have to kind of
Push.
handle themselves coming
Yeah.
through on these battlefields. But like I was looking at our camp feed things that we've got here, right? I'm quite jealous because you're sitting there in short sleeves. I'm sitting here in I'm draped in a hoodie because it's cold. I've even got my lovely little aircon on in the background there just to ensure that
Is it that cold?
yes, yes, it is no joke. So
Oh.
I'm excited to see the action unfold in the battlefield because it will help
Mm.
warm things up at
Warm things
least
up,
a
yeah.
little bit.
Definitely, definitely. Soon, I would probably have to put this heat off. I'm guessing by no, I mean like 10 teams in towards game number one,
Hmm.
and I have to put this heat off because the teams that I have in front of me here, I mean, I'm super excited, man, to get this going. G3, Gun, it's just big names all over.
Yeah, and of course, speaking about big names, we are making our way onto that plane as we can see the flight path starting all the way up in towards the lovely North George and heading all the way across over towards that military base in that far southern reaches. So definitely a bit of a western flight path that we've got coming in here.
Mm-hmm.
It is going to hamper the advances moving into, say, for instance, Savoni, Asnaya, Mansion, Prison, Shelter even. But now it's down to the teams to kind of get themselves situated, right? Move down, get to those vehicles, get themselves into those starting positions that they've been aiming for, and then it's time to kick this party off.
Yes, I mean, look at that. Two teams already jumping early, going towards Zaki, looking to play the long game. But guess what? You do have a team right next to you, Team Sabaweli, and I would love to see how that battle goes down later. I'm sure they're going to have to make their way into the zone as well, make their way through a couple of teams later on. I mean, even a military base as well. We have probably our last two teams that's going for the Millie Island that we love so much. And then I think the central part, we're looking at Pochinki, Gatka. That's where we're going to have our big boys usually landing in that area. Let's
Mm.
see what they decide to do, though. Yeah.
Well, of course, looking at that first initial zone appearing there, a very centralized zone. But I gotta say, I'm
Yeah.
loving the
Mm.
congestion that we're having. I mean, so many teams
Yep.
getting up close and personal, and maybe a little bit uncomfortable if I'd be so bold. But this is what we love to see, right? Teams now actually like almost being thrown to the wind.
Mm.
Having to kind of step it up and show us what they can bring. And of course, we are going to be starting it off
Definitely.
with our teams all the way situated up in towards the more northern part, all the way up into Zaki. We don't too often see too many teams really dropping
Yeah.
into this position. So now it's going to be a great opportunity for them to show us what they can do.
Yes, we got one of the boys from Citizens that's also in a lot of trouble here in Zaki. He has a full squad of the boys of Sabaweli that's right there by me. He's going to be in danger, but we do have backup coming in there via vehicle. One of his boys, I think that is 11 going towards him. So that battle should take place anytime soon. As soon as that is done, Sin will be done looting as well, and that will be interesting to see who comes out victorious on the entire Zaki area.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of pressure. And I mean, we did have a look to see what was happening on that map already. It is going to be the players now from
Ooh,
ATROX starting off with a little bit of that aggression, just looking to, pick up a few points along the way. But now the trick on my side, at least, is going to be to be able to hop into the action before we miss too
ooh,
much of that, as the
yeah.
teams are definitely looking to go full metal here, right? Just pushing that pedal down as far as they possibly can. But it is looking good though on the side for Team Atrox. Sorry, I was going for
Yes.
Sabaweli because you were talking about them there for a moment.
But
But of
ATROX is
course,
all over the kill feed as well, though. They're
yeah,
getting the kill on. Doing really good.
yeah, they're already applying a bit of that pressure onto the players there.
Yeah.
I believe that's from Ultra 6, who we have just situated over on towards that a little bit more western side. But
Yeah.
again, still a lot of positions for these teams to look to occupy, and I'm expecting quite a bit of chaos as we move into that second phase, or maybe even just into the later first phases.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of tensions building up here.
Yeah, definitely. A lot more than usual, one might say, because of, the amount of teams that's outside the current zone for the next zone, we're going to have gatekeeping, that's for sure. On the west side, as you say.
Yeah.
Might even be some bridge battle going down close by farm, multi-side area, the bridge on the right. DreamTeam, they are going to have to deal with lag if lag does not decide to push in. That will be a hell of a battle. We just got someone sent back to the lobby as well. Where was that now? Just below Razak.
Yeah, it's all the way over into Quarry, as you can see. Gun now having their numbers really starting to take a bit of a blow there. We got Rick and the rest of the team now rolling in here from the side of YT Gaming. Definitely looking to apply a little bit of pressure. And what better way to get it started other than jumping right on the back there of Gun? You know, because we know Gun, it's a team that they like to frequent that position over in towards the Quarry region. That's kind of their home ground. Whenever they play on Erangel and the flight path allows it, that's exactly where we normally see them kind of rotate up in towards. But it does seem like the YT Gaming team now just having a little bit of smooth sailing there. But also now we've got the team from Sidizens Wildbreed also looking to go toe-to-toe, as we've got the players here from Sabaweli actually just applying a little bit of pressure on towards them.
There we go. Yeah, and they're getting their knocks on. I'm surprised also, just going back towards the YT and Gun battle, what you were speaking about there. They gave up on Slim. Slim has been left behind. The two teammates, Brodsky and Roshi, surprisingly decides to go towards the zone instead of to try and save him. So that is, you don't see Gun do that usually. They like to come in with the saves. I don't know if they see YT's name there, but it seems like they pulled out of that battle to get themselves into the zone this early already. Looking probably for that winner chicken dinner.
Yep, that is what the teams want to try and bring in, especially now with having the scores kind of reset, right? We're down to a clean slate, so the teams now have a fantastic opportunity. Should they have been lacking in their performances last week, this week they have clean slate, they can try and reset all of those efforts, bring in even more points, and potentially with that bring in a little bit of that domination as well.
Yeah. Definitely, with these teams all around, you are definitely going to have to dominate. There is no sitting back here against these guys, man. Absolutely none.
Yeah, no sitting back, no lying back, just driving around. As we can see, of course, the players now from the side of Galaxy Africa just exploring their options, relatively close to Everest there. But I mean, across the board, we've got a lot of teams now making their rotations, right? Looking to see if they can find a good position to move into, looking to get themselves essentially set up for this coming phase. And of course, we know the phase in and of itself is going to be proving to be a little bit challenging, right? Because 73 players still left to kind of duke it out. Of course, we've got that map just up in the right corner there, just to give you a bit of an idea as to what the situation is with these teams positioning. But also, we can see the players here from Galaxy, they've got a little bit of opposition just up ahead of them. That is, of course, going to be the players coming through from the side there of Apex. But I'm liking this congestion now starting to form in and around that kind of school Pachinki region as well.
Yes, I was going to say centrally, we can see MetaForce pulling up right next to G3. And it looks like they are going to be dealing with each other. One of the two teams are going to be sent back to the lobby. It seems like this is a matchup and a half. Meta, they need to prove a point. G3, it's almost like they still do need to do some defending here, because it is game number one. As you said, the points has been reset. Let's see what they got in the bag for us tonight.
Well, it's going to be quite a bit of a challenge, as we know the players there from MetaForce are occupying the space right up in front of them, ahead of them.
Yeah.
6 now trying to send a nade out. Not quite sure if that was a smoke or one of the frag grenades. Does seem to be a smoke. We did see a little bit of an awkward bounce coming through on that front. But also what's quite interesting is we've got the players then from the side there of Galaxy Africa also looking to come crashing into this potential party. Of course, now taking a position just over on towards that western side. So this is where G3 and the players there from the side of MetaForce are going to have to be quite wary about their current positioning and not looking to overexpose themselves unnecessarily.
Exactly, and that is the main idea, because remember, we are playing FPP, so there is no third-party peeking, there is no seeing over that, around the corner, over the wall. You are, if you're in the open, you are going to get taken out, so they do need to keep that in mind as well. As you can see, we got 6 squad, and the entire squad almost staying inside the building. Yeah, you don't want to be caught outside. You're going to be caught slacking. Like you said, they are going to take you down. Galaxy has their eye on them, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Blackjack esports also coming in on the mix here.
But I mean, this is absolutely insane. So many teams looking to just contest all these positions. We even got the players here from the side there of Galaxy taking a
Ooh.
few of those blows. I mean, Six also trying to hold up somewhat of a defensive front there, but as we can see, those shots just lasering their way on through. This is going to be quite a bit of a challenge. I mean, we still have 21 teams left, still sitting on 73 players, alive currently on this map. And as you said, Blackjack, they're also now looking to bring in their own 2 cents, as we've got World Lazy here now getting rushed, and that pressure definitely being dialed up.
100% Blackjack Esports brings the heat. That is for sure. I mean, the way they're pulling up right now, they are going to be sending. Oh, they'll be going back to the Galaxy. Oh, the Galaxy of the lobby. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, so they're nothing like you would expect to see from a Galaxy, right? Because the Galaxy, there's a lot of space in between the individual components of the different parts of it. But it's good to see them at least, keeping this very condensed, very close up, very tight-knit. And now all they got to do is try and defend these positions. But as we've known, it is going to be the players there from the side of Blackjack looking to just apply a bit of pressure onto them.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult. As we saw, there's Zane also coming in with a little bit of a rotation just to try and get a better angle, and that is what we got to do. Maybe MG also looking to get that long distance point of view, just making sure that he can identify where all the players are for the rest of his teammates down there below.
Yeah, it's going to turn into a little bit of a waiting game, as we can see, thanks to Mr. Wi-Fi there. And of course, the map up in the corner, it is still a very jam-packed western region that we've got. So many teams looking to rotate on through. A lot of congestion coming in, but of course, we have that blue zone also, about to start making its way on through. We've got about a minute or so left on the clock. And we also now see the players there from DreamTeam actually bringing in a few hits along the way, as they too are now trying to rotate their way back up in towards the zone. Of course, Pookie jumping over on towards them while keeping the map in view. As you can see, still a little bit of contention coming in on that western front. But now, the players here from DreamTeam finding themselves positioned on the bridge. They did have a great opportunity there to pick up at least 1 or 2 of those elims, but now... How much more of them will they be able to secure? Of course, the fighting is also now continuing a little bit elsewhere, as we are going to be hopping straight back in towards that western side of the zone. The team's now still trying to defend their position, but I'm liking this congestion, right? It's making it so difficult. The teams have to be super cautious as to how they rotate up now.
Yeah, it's not going to be a difficult one. I mean, it's going to be a difficult one to call the West yourself here. What we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams all in the same vicinity. This is going to be tough. I wouldn't be surprised if we see each one going, just spreading out and like, let's meet in the later stage, guys. Because it seems like it's the end zone right now. They're just below school.
Yeah, it does seem to be the end zone, but of course, a lot of teams still finding themselves in a little bit of a tricky position. As we saw, we had the players there from G3 looking to apply a little bit of that continuing pressure on towards the players from MetaForce. But as we look just a little bit over onto the side, right? Blackjack also in a potential point of contention here, as they've got Galaxy still holding the position right up alongside them. But I mean, we haven't really seen any major moves coming in with regards to the zone itself.
Yep. That too, as well as any pushes, confirms that we are going to do a squad wipe here. I think the only one that we saw was the fight at Zaki. We have Sabaweli coming victorious out of that battle over there. They are making their way in from the north, and they're probably just looking to get their foot stamped there. And yeah, not much to deal with. I think the dangerous part, the place where you don't want to be, is the entire west side of the map right now. It'll be interesting to see where the players decide to go from here, seeing that the next zone has been decided as well.
Yeah, well, one thing that we do know that's happening is, of course, the players here from Rila Insider taking a little bit of a pounding here. As we can see, Matrix super low on that health bar. They also did find a few of those elims heading straight over on towards the players there from the side of Gun. But again, a lot of pressure coming in as the teams are continuously trying to get a good setting, a good footing coming into these positions. And I mean, definitely got to be super cautious. Not a lot of angles are really going to be allowed here, as we now have Lazy on the one side showing us the action over on towards that western front. And of course, the players there from Rila Insider positioned across on the opposite edge. But still, I mean, 21 teams left. Yes, we have seen the numbers starting to dwindle somewhat, but I mean, Gun still in the mix here. Of course, now it is going to be the players from the side of Galaxy now looking to just defend their own position as they are getting a slight bit of a rush coming up towards them.
Ooh, Lazy's in trouble. I mean, it looks like, okay, there we go. So we got Beamer that's back in action here, defending against NG. Let's see what if NG, this is it. Ooh, Beamer is out. He's back. He's down on the ground as along with Tetsu. It is Lazy that needs to save the team. Galaxy here, at least. Let's see if they can get that done. It's going to be a difficult job if they decide to push. Here we go. We got Cage coming into the same building. Can he get it done? This is the opportunity that they have for the squad wipe. They've got one already. Wi-Fi's back to the lobby. Let's see if they can get Tetsu and Lazy as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good play coming through there from Kage, just looking to also apply another extra bit of pressure. As Lazy's now just trying to duck around, but unfortunately,
that's it.
It is going to be Kage coming through with the clutch there, getting a beautiful squad wipe. And now, I mean, still, the players here from Meta still feeling the pressure as they are still contested. But of course, we've got that zone taking a little bit of a shift through once again. So again, not a super drastic shift coming in. As you can see, it has moved over in towards that more northwestern region. But this is now going to allow the teams positioned, you know, in between Pachinki and School, as we did see the players from Meta having that opportunity to rotate out. But I'm still curious to see what the rest of the lobby is going to be doing coming in from that far eastern edge.
It's going to be a tough decision because, I mean, we have a river there separating the two parts of the next zone. And that, I mean, you're going to have to decide, am I going north? Am I going south? And that's where you're going to stay until the next zone. And either you're going to be dealing with a hell of a lot of people, like as we can see up north. I'm surprised Blackjack Esports has been taken out. It seems like Apex came in there, replaced them, and they're back to the lobby, DK. I didn't see them. Whew. That was quick, fast. I mean, that was happening there with the G3 battle. I am surprised Black Esports coming in from the Pro Series side, looking to defend their spot, losing out in game number 1 that early.
Yeah, but I mean,
OP team that we know that they are.
Yeah, but I mean, looking at the sheer number of teams that we've got here, it's not really surprising to have all these surprises make their way on in. I mean, now being applied, and the teams they're just trying to survive it as best they can. But of course,
for sure,
we can expect a lot of tension now to come on through.
It is the battle of survival. definitely here on the Pro Series now. With the amount of teams here in the lobby, like we said, they're not going to rest.
Yeah, there's not going to be a lot of opportunity for any of that rest to come on through. Meanwhile, there's going to be Slime 4KT positioned up in towards that northeastern side of the zone. They do also find themselves with a bit of contention here. It is going to be the players there from Team Sabaweli looking to, you know, bring in a little bit of that disruption. But I'm liking this. You can see that beautiful spray coming through now from Plaza, just trying to laser their way through. Last week, of course, we only saw 2 of the players from Slime making their way into the lobby. It's great to see 3 this time around. You know, always an improvement. But of course, you know, they've got a little bit to still to show us here.
Yes, I mean, okay, you're reminding me now what happened. Last week, they came in as a duo. And they came in with a bang. So let's see if they can increase the amount of damage they can cause with a 3rd player on their team here. I mean, we just saw now, who was the Zeus that just got the confirmation with his teammate Plaza? What a knock that was.
Yeah, and of course, G3 now feeling that sting, as we can see Wizzy coming through with a beautifully placed nade, just finding its way right over into amongst the players here now. Of course, it turns to Zampi and C-Mind to see whether or not they can get themselves a little bit better situated. Seeing that there's a bit of pressure starting to mount on them, of course. We also have the players from Slime looking to still continue their options, explore their reaches and, you know, the options available to them. But it has also been a little bit of a contentious play for them, right? Still a lot of teams positioned on the edges of these zones. And in fact, I'm going to try and quickly pop that up so we can just get a bit of an idea. As we can see, there's a beautiful spread of these teams coming in across the board. And again, not a lot of options as that zone is now centered up once again, even more now encroaching in towards that Rozhok region.
Yeah. I won't lie, Lag Esports right now, they are impressive. Really impressing me tonight with the way they are playing. Whitey nearly snuck one up on them from behind, and they were fast enough to react. They were trying to get G3. Whitey came from behind, but they were fast enough to not get taken out because they were only 2 though. So Whitey had the upper hand, but they escaped to live another day, or should I say another zone.
Yeah, and of course it is going to be the players here from Apex now pushing in on towards the lovely Rosa coming in from that eastern side. They have found a few eliminations onto the side. They are fainted. As you can see, quite a bit of action now unfolding across the board as the teams are really starting to get down to business. But, I mean, this is not surprising, seeing that, you know, it was purely just a matter of time before these teams start finding each other on the battlefield. As we can see the players there from Gun also now getting reduced to rubble as we now make our way down to 17 remaining teams. But I'm loving the aggression now starting to get dialed up by the teams.
Yeah, there goes Plaza as well. I mean, exactly like you're saying, it is. I think the biggest party right now is the third party. Third party is getting. Yeah, you want to be the third party right now with the amount of battles that's going on. I like what the Rila Insider is doing over here as well on the southwestern side of the map. Taking on Meta. Let's see. Oh, Trip is down as well. Coco coming in. There we go. Trip back to the lobby. What is happening? What is happening? Meta doing some damage.
Yeah.
Jeez.
They're doing a world of damage, as we can see. A lot of that now just getting lit up in that feed. And of course, it is going to be Matrix for the side of Rila Insider. Taking a quick dip in towards that waterway. Seeing that it is beautifully separating the northern and southern reaches of that zone. But still a very difficult position to play for a lot of these teams. Blue zone is going to be moving in once again.
6 players in total at the same time gets taken out by the blue zone. Can you believe it? I've never seen that many players getting wiped out that fast. Whew, at the same time.
Yeah. Let's see now where all the action is going to be going. Of course, we've got the players here from the side of Feinted. They've been able to lick a few of their wounds. We got Sonic and Kuchi now. Ooh, but we do see Kuchi now coming under fire. We got Sham also rotating in there from the side of Ultra 6. It is going to be the end of the road, at least there for them. The players from Apex also now going to be looking to also just advance their way up onto the edge. Blessed is going to get traded off. We got Kage keeping a beautiful overwatch. As we can see, we got Jassa also right there up close and personal in a position to potentially provide a bit of assistance. But I'm liking the pressure now still being applied from a little bit further up north. So we can see, you know, so many teams looking to contest all these potentially available angles here.
Yeah. This is the battle that counts the most. You want to end up on the winning side of any battle of year so that you can get yourself in the decided next zone. I mean, there we see it is on the north side of the 2 islands that's being separated by the little river that we got going there. I mean, we might even have a bridge camp by Fusion. I don't think that would be a good idea. But it looks like Lag are well positioned here out of all the teams that still needs to make their way into the zone.
Yeah.
Let's see what they can do.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a nice hill, a nice view, I would say. I mean, the shots coming in from the equally good situated with this XIX Sad Boy and his teams from Lost. Was it XIX?
Sidemen,
number 12. Yeah, Sidemen, there we go. So they will be, we're expecting them to get a couple of kills on the board.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be looking to rake in as many of those eliminations as they can possibly find. But still, I mean, there's not a lot of options for the teams here. You can see Zeus also now just bolting out the window, trying to make a quick run for it, trying to avoid all these shots coming through here from Kobe. But yeah, this is where I don't want to be any of those teams getting caught in a little bit of a less, a less favorable position. Particularly looking at where that zone has shifted up now, continuing on towards the north. And this is where that big rush is going to have to come in now.
Yeah, 100%. We dropped from 30 odd teams to 21 right now in the matter of like 5-10 seconds. Blue zone as well as I mean, you need to make that decision. Am I taking this battle on, or am I going to try and escape? And it's a split-second situation type of decision that you need to make, and you don't want to be caught on the wrong end of that of that decision, man.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Some pretty tough calls that need to be made, and with that, it is going to be Apex now succumbing to the pressure, as we did have the players here from Sidemen just looking to crash that party. Of course, YT also reduced down to potentially 1, not unless, of course, they can pull off a quick res there. But we also
Ooh,
then
it's going to be
still,
difficult.
yeah, we're seeing a lot of the pressure being applied. I mean, even the players here from Lag also positioned over onto the eastern side now, just going to be looking to rain down a little bit of chaos there, as Fantasy also now
Ooh.
gets traded off, and it now turns to Wizzy, quickly trying to bring up that res onto 1-9. But I mean, if we can look ahead of Wizzy there, it just looks absolutely chaotic. So many teams sharing these positions.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. YT managed to pull that res on Rick. I think it was Lag as well. He's back in the game. Lag 1. Fantasy needs to be revived. And here we go. We got the Sidemen coming in straight towards YT.
Oh.
Do they get it?
No.
Oh, my 3 is down. Rick, the last survivor for YT. And he ripped the Challenger series. Going up against, who are they going up against here? Oh, there's too much action all over. Every angle. I think it's time to quiet and just check what happens. Oh, this is going to be a tough one.
It is going absolutely crazy. This eastern front of the zone is looking, I mean, it's looking absolutely chaotic. We got Rick also now just trying to see whether or not they can find any of those angles. We did see Wizzy there, quickly tending to their teammates. Fantasy getting knocked down once again. Beautiful re-knock coming in, but with that, it is going to be the end of the road, at least for Wizzy, as the players there from SIDEMEN find some beautiful angles. Of course, we've got the team also then from the side of Fusion, looking to make a bit of a play here, moving in from that southern side center zone. Rick still holding on, still trying to see if they can hold up, but of course it is going to be Doofy now, just lasering through on the front there. Down goes the head though. Beautiful, a quick response coming in from the side of DreamTeam, but it is going to be Nico to close it up and pick up that squad wipe. Beautiful opportunity now for Nico to quickly try and tend to the wounded players. Meanwhile, Rick holding up over on towards that eastern side, still looking to see whether or not they can find any potential play, any potential approach to come on in. But looking at the spread also now coming through from the side of SIDEMEN, it is going to be somewhat of a challenge to be successful in that maneuver.
It's gonna be a super challenge. I mean, we have 2 thorns right now in between the 2 3-man squads. It is Rick and Zeus 4KT. Believe it or not, Zeus made it over that river and is in this final zone now. Also in that way, gets one. Oh, and there we go. 1 thorn is dealt with. And the last Rick being the last final. Oh, and he makes it into the top 2. YT Rick.
Oh, and with that, it is the end of the road as Rick gets traded off, and it is going to be the players there from SIDEMEN to step up. Reign Supreme picking up that very first winner chicken dinner, as we can see. Also a very impressive amount of elims coming in there from them, sitting on 10. The players from Hawaii sitting on 4 eliminations up in that second position. Fusion, of course, taking 3rd place there, also with very impressive digits coming in. 9 eliminations to the name. Slime 4KT up in 4th place with 5 elims. We've got the players there from DreamTeam up in 5th place, sitting on 3 eliminations in total. We got Lag up in 6th place, sitting on 8. We got G3 in 7th, sitting on 1. The players there from ATROX, of course, up in 8th place, sitting on 5 eliminations. Then we've got Apex up in 9th place, also looking pretty golden there with a double-digit elimination. Sincerity coming into 10th place. We've got the players coming through from the side there of TX. I'll catch up with which team that is exactly, but either way, we've got them right up in that position. That is going to be the players coming through from the side there of Sonic. Oh, that's Feinted. All right, so Feinted taking 11th place. We got Rila Insider up in 12th place. Of course, the players coming through there from the side of MCU, I believe. Yes, MC United taking that 13th position. So some pretty interesting finishes coming through. We got EFX up in 14th. We got the players also then coming in for the team of, trying to keep track of all these names. It's so challenging on a good day to see who everyone is. But either way, of course, it is going to be Mushu and the rest of the team up in 15th. We've got the Citizens up in 16th place. We've got Meta in 17th. Gun in 18th place. Sabaweli up in 19th. Galaxy in 20th position. And of course, the players there from BJE taking that 21st position. So let's move on and see. We've got our stars of the match here as well. It's going to be Wizzy for going all out, taking that spot right there, finishing with the most eliminations, sitting on 4. Also the most damage to accompany those eliminations, because we know Nico as well as Sad Boy, they also finished on 4 eliminations, as well as Plaza for the side there of 4KT. So, you know, a good finish coming in from Wizzy right here. Of course, Wizzy is also our best companion. And then we've got Sad Boy landing that finishing blow and with that sealing that winner chicken dinner. So absolutely beautiful performance coming in across the board. And as you can see, based on what you can see to my right hand side, I believe that is. Yes, this side. Vector has been hit by load shedding, so it's fun. Right, so we'll see whether or not we're going to be seeing more of him coming in for the rest of the day. If not, it's just going to be my lovely face taking you through the action for the remainder of our games here. But of course, with that, first match done and dusted. Really surprising performance coming in from the teams, really challenging us. We had so many teams still alive up in towards those very, very late phases of the game itself. So let's see what our second match will have in store as these teams make their way into a little bit of that Miramar action. But be sure to let me know down in the chat what you guys' predictions is as to who you think will be the teams to pick up the winner chicken dinner. And of course, be sure to stay tuned. We'll see you right back after the break. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Of course, as you can see, I've got Vector Menace here in spirit with me. Took a beautiful screenshot before, the lovely load shedding kicked in. So at least, I don't have an entirely empty screen on the side of me here. But of course, it is going to be time for us now to hop straight into our next match. As I mentioned before, we are going to be heading straight over into a little bit of that Miramar action. The teams now all getting ready to make their way onto that flight path to get themselves situated. And I mean, then also we can see for ourselves where that flight path is going to be going, what the teams are going to be doing, and what that zone will be bringing into the table here. But of course, be sure to let me know in the chat. Hit us up down below. Let me know, who do you think is going to be the team to reign supreme here? As we saw, it was quite a bit of a change up coming through off the back of that last match. And as we know, historically speaking, on Miramar, it's usually a map in which we see the players from G3 or Blackjack, or even potentially Slime 4KT, performing quite exceptionally strong. But with having so many teams this time around sitting on the lobby, not quite sure what they are going to be able to do with those particular positions. Of course, only time will tell what the teams will have in store for us. And of course, speaking of which, we are going to be making our way onto that flight path momentarily, if there's no stray moths flying around. Not sure if you guys saw that one, but either way, we are just going to be waiting for the plane to take off now. And this is going to be a pretty spicy play. Again, it does seem like we've got some really strong numbers for the team showing up this time around. From what I can gather, there's only about one, maybe two or so teams that are not sitting on a full squad. The rest of the lobby absolutely jam-packed, so it's going to be quite entertaining. And of course, speaking about it being entertaining, we are now also going to be making our way to see what that map has in for us. Of course, without any further delay, here it is, the zone starting all the way down on towards that far southern side. As we can see, it's in between Los Higos and, of course, Puerto that we have over on that eastern edge, coming in just below Los Leones. It is going to be making its way all the way to the very north side there, straight up in towards Oasis. So very centered flight path coming in. Now the big surprise, the big question is going to come in as to where our first initial zone is going to be forming. Already we see quite a few teams getting ready to disembark, make their way off, heading into their respective looting positions. But I do think a lot of that determining factor is going to come through from what the zone will be bringing in for the teams, at least. But be sure to pass in your predictions in the chat. Let me know who do you think is going to be the team to pick up that beautiful winner chicken dinner, and potentially even if you think we're going to see a back-to-back chicken, because right after this match we're heading straight back onto Miramar for another round before closing it up with a little bit of that Erangel action. Of course, now the teams still making their way down. You can see the players there. I believe it is from Sabaweli. No, this is Sincerity. All the way far down to that southern edge, which you can't really see on the map. But just trust me, it's there. It's there. Of course, that zone also now coming in, popping over in towards that southeastern side. So this is going to be quite a bit of a challenge. So we already have a beautiful concentration of teams situated within the zone itself, and not so many teams actually positioned on the outlying regions. Now it's going to come down to those rotations, the positioning, and of course we can see already Minas Generales, La Bendita, looking pretty crazy. Let's see if we can get into any of the potential action. I mean, there's so many potential points of contention. We can hop straight on towards already. The players there from Fusion are going to be starting off with at least 1 or 2 eliminations on their side, as we can see up towards that power grid position just on the edge there of Monte Nuevo. But let's start hopping around to see where all the action is now currently unfolding. We also have the players here from Galaxy looking to move up. Sabaweli right up in front of this. We've got Luffy now getting down. Lazy. Ooh, spots beautiful angle there onto Shroud. Will he be able to reposition? We also have Bima. Not quite sure where Bima is currently situated. Might be a little bit further over on towards that eastern side. But this is where a lot of the pressure is now going to be applied, as we can see Shroud also just looking to explore a little bit down here in the crater. The rest of the squad is going to be positioned over on towards that more western side. So this could be quite a challenging start, particularly for the players here for the team of Galaxy. All we can do is sit and wait and hope. See Galaxy Also, in a little bit of a spread, you got Beamer picking up a quick little hit there. Of course, we had that res come through now as well. So Shroud now just trying to play the position up on the train. It is going to be Astro coming in the DBS. Will he get the hit though? Yes, indeed they do. Easy, easy claps coming in right there. And now Astro has the opportunity to get Raging right back into a good position to continue the fight. And once more onto the breach. Meanwhile, Galaxy still holding up in the bowl. Not going to be looking to play it out too much. Be riding those edges. Oh, but we can see Lazy now taking hit after hit. Getting spotted there by Shroud. Up comes the hit, and it is the end of the road. Tetso also now holding up in a very compromising position here. Not quite sure whether or not Tetso will be able to get themselves out of this one. You know, Shroud on the edge. Pretty good vantage point, but it does seem like Shroud is looking to explore the options a little bit further down below. They're not going to be riding on the edge of that crater for all too long. Meanwhile, you're going to be trying to hop around in between the teams to see if you can find any other fights. A lot of contention coming through. We also have Dead here from the side of ATROX. Having a few visitors now pull up. 76 players left, so we've already said goodbye to 5 individuals getting sent back into the lobby. So who will be the next ones to make their way on through? Of course, you can see Inspector there also for the side of MC United. But Dead, oh, a little bit slow on the trigger, but does find the hits though. Oh, up comes the hits from the side. Oh, Dead in such a difficult spot. Let's see if Dead will be able to clutch this one out. Does spot a bit of an opportunity there. Oh, gets the headshot beautifully done as Azar comes running straight into that shot. Up comes Inspector. Oh, Dead missing the opportunity. Down they go. And Inspector coming in with a beautiful saving clutch right there. But now it's going to be an opportunity for the rest of the players here from ATROX also to potentially get themselves a little bit closer to the contention there. But they are all the way over in towards Impala, as we can see up on that mini-map. So not quite sure whether or not they'll be able to avenge their teammate, at least not at the current time. But as we continue on, we do have the players here from Apex also now positioned up in towards Minas Generales. You can see Gun also starting to roll on through. So we got Blessin. Ooh. An interesting angle. Got Kage Andrew up on the hill. But Slim now getting spotted there by Jassa. So definitely a very interesting spread coming through here from the side of Apex. I mean, Gun also moving in quite effectively. Just looking to keep themselves a little bit closer. Not too close. So just looking to have it as somewhat condensed. You know, not looking to give any potential opportunities away. Slim could find himself in a little bit of a difficult spot there, as we can see. Kage, of course, spotting out the feet there. Just going prone to try and steady out the weapon. Oh. Bring in the Umpi as well. Oh, there we go. Kage picks up a beautiful hit, and it is going to be Slim getting knocked right on down. Now is going to be that opportunity for Jassa actually to come in from this edge position and maybe find a few of those off-angle plays right on towards him. Of course, we see several more taps and thermal hits now getting fired off there between Andrew and Kage. Guess to see what Bleston's going to be doing. Bleston holding on to that far off angle actually went out to go pick up a bit of a vehicle. But now Nerf also keeping a watchful eye. Kage and the rest of the squad still holding on to the high ground there. Not going to be looking to give away too much of that position just yet. Meanwhile, the rest of the teams are going to be still rotating their way. Looking to see if they can find a good position to pull up in towards the zone. So only point of contention we have at this very moment is this fight between the players here from Gun and the team from Apex. But that will, of course, all change now as we have several teams looking to rotate themselves up into the zone. Gun taking it quite cautiously, not going to be looking to rush any of their players here. Got Roshi now just scanning the higher ground. Trying to see if they can potentially spot something. Ooh, Bartsky is going to try and make a quick dash for it, but it is going to be Jassa coming in from the side. As Slim is about to bleed out with that Bartsky, gets confirmed and up. Slim also now gets sent back into the lobby. And Gun down to only 2. It is going to be Roshi and Nerf left to try and defend any potential angles they got here. With that beautiful shot coming through there, right up on towards Kage. But now all the pressure turns to Nerf because the players here from Rila Insider also looking to rotate up a little bit. We saw them just off over on towards that eastern side. But will this now be the play? Will Nerf be able to get himself into a little bit more of an improved position? So you can see it is going to be quite the risky run. Several teams positioned up ahead, of course, now driving past the team there of Galaxy. But Rila Insider so positioned just up ahead of them. But how will it go? As we have a quick look there at the map, we can see few teams still rolling up from those northern positions. It is going to be Blackjack now looking to defend the position up in towards Los Leones, while Nerf continues to roll further and further on in towards that zone. Let's see if we can quickly jump over onto the players here from Blackjack. Ooh, MG picking up that first hit on towards Azar. We've got Inspector. Just moving into the building, trying to secure a good angle. A beautiful spread coming through from the side here of Blackjack. Really going to be looking to contest this position. And of course, looking at what they've got on zone, as we can see there, definitely not too much of a contested position, right? They've got the entirety of this high ground all for themselves. And all they can do is now focus their efforts a little bit further down, as that zone now continues with the trend heading up in towards that eastern side. Let's see. Ooh, MG finding a hit up on towards Inspector. Fortunately for Inspector, though, managing to pull in between that hard cover. So now it comes down to a little bit of that wait and see, right? As we can see on the map, the team's slowly starting to trickle their way up in towards zone. Some potential tough positions could be developing up on towards that northwestern side. But down south, though, we got the players there from Sincerity and Lag actually rolling up alongside each other. So let's see if we can hop into a little bit of that potential action. See what the teams are going to be doing on that far southern edge. Of course, we've got Wizzy and the rest of the players here from Lag. Wizzy almost right there in the thick of it. As we can see, Sneaks also positioned just up ahead. Now going to be trying to push that vehicle all the way on through. Is going to be Teddy right up behind them. And we do see Nerf now coming into the beautiful hit there in the feed as well. Oh, there we go. The confirmation finding his way on through. So not all hope is lost, at least for Nerf. As we did see, a few frags being picked up there. But of course, we do have a beautiful bit of congestion now coming in towards that more centered part of the zone itself. Sincerity now going to be continuing their efforts, looking to get themselves relatively well situated and established up in towards the zone. We've got the players here from the side of the Ultra 6. Also now just looking to clear out their way. Don't want too much opposition, and it is going to be a relatively comfortable position, at least for the time being, for them to be holding. But we see a lot of teams now starting to make a bit of a rush, heading in towards that more centralized position in the zone itself. As we have a quick look there at the map, you see still a few teams trickling in from that more northern position. But center zone is definitely where we see a lot of that pressure now coming on through. Is going to be players there from the side of, I believe, Lost or SIDEMEN, rather, finding a few of those hits as Kobe now comes through with a beautiful shot. Let's see if we can quickly hop over on towards Kobe to get a bit of an idea here. So Kobe there from the side of SIDEMEN. Oh, now having to try and rotate all the way from those far reaches positioned well outside of the zone. But it is going to be now a lot more pressure starting to mount, as we can see. Center zone looking pretty hot and heated. There's going to be Potato for the side here of Blackjack, trying to hold on as a team here from White Tea Gaming come rolling up, trying to see if they can contest them for the position. It seems like Potato is now going to be looking to rotate back on through. A lot of teams still moving in from that western front. This is where Blackjack now needs to try and hold on. As you can see, Potato Trying to bring in a bit of a wrap around play. Of course, the players there from Whitey, they've been reduced down to only 2. It is going to be Starboy and Manfilla. Manfilla right here in amongst the players from Blackjack. MG also getting traded off there as we saw Trip moving in from behind. Potato now getting ready to come in with a quick bit of an assist there. Beautiful shooting coming through as Potato picks up that trade. And it is going to be Trip getting taken right on down. Of course now, Young Thunder or Whitey Gaming over on the left. Blackjack positioned on the right. Liking the pressure coming through here. Potato now just quickly getting that raise up on towards MG. You see Manfilla also now just scouting the area, trying to see if they can find any potential place to make. Oh, but there we go. Reverb also now getting traded off. It is now MG looking much better here with regards to health. It is going to be Potato finding themselves in quite a bit of a predicament as that rush comes through. Manfilla now, oh, down he goes. And Potato, the last one left for the side of Blackjack, looking to make a bit of a comeback. MG now is going to be rotating on back. Up comes Starboy, looking to see if he can send a bit of a nade on through. Rick also going to be coming in with those mollies, trying to light a bit of a fire. Oh, but it is going to be Potato finding a good amount of damage coming in towards them. Up comes Rick, and down they go. Beautiful play finding its way on through. Of course, now Rick there for the side of Whitey Gaming, sitting on 1 elimination and 3 eliminations in total for the team now. Of course, it is still going to be quite a bit of an uphill battle for a lot of the teams. As we can see, that zone definitely not looking too fantastic. A lot of challenging plays to make. The zone is now shifted once more down on towards that Puerto position. Because we see the players there from Rila Insider coming in with a quick dash, trying to get themselves situated, trying to be one of the first teams to get a bit of a footing up in towards that zone. Speaking of which, it is going to be Sabaweli also in a bit of a fight here. It is Shroud coming through with a quick few taps up in that feed. And with that, the team now moves up to a grand total of 5 eliminations. So curious to see where Sabaweli is going to be going from this position, as they are still relatively far from zone. Positioned all the way up in towards the northern region. Quite a bit of a trek still to be made there. As we can see, 700 meters now having to be covered. The players there from Slime also going to be moving on in on that western front, but it does seem like tensions are definitely starting to build up in towards that more center zone itself. It is going to be Wizzy pushing up onto Sincerity. Teddy coming in alongside Muffin and the rest of the players there. Looking to see if they can find a good position. It is going to be the end for Teddy. The confirmation comes through. But now, still 19 teams left. We're near the end of our 3rd phase. It's only going to get more and more tougher as the teams continue to advance further and further up in towards the zone. It is now also going to be ATROX coming under quite some severe fire. So you can see Ash now having to retreat, trying to pull themselves back into a little bit of safety, while Rila Insider just mounting a beautiful defensive play, just looking to gatekeep the players from the side of ATROX, trying to prevent them from rotating back up in towards that zone. Meanwhile, Wizzy also going to be trying to reach all the way across on towards Sincerity. You can see Muffin also sending up 1 or 2 of those nades. Oh, but with that, it is going to be Ash, though, getting sent right on back. It's a beautiful shot from Coco. Just connects right into the face there. Of course, Trip also going to be looking to come in on the edge. Got the players there from Whitey now positioned just up ahead. Beautiful piece of beautiful bit of congestion coming in there as well. So Rila Insider picking up at least 1 elimination there. Let's see whether or not Trip and the rest of the squad will be able to find any other heads. Of course, there's going to be the players there from Slime also coming in swinging, as we did see a few of those heads finding their way up in towards the feed itself. Of course, Slime pushing in from that western edge. So here we go, Trip now trying to capitalize on Wizard. Oh, is the hit going to connect? No, yes, down they go. Matrix coming in to try and seal the deal. Of course, Pronto also now just lasering way on towards Charm there, trying to see if they too can pick up a few of those elimination plays there from Ultra 6 now coming under pressure. Let's see whether or not Pronto is going to be able to clutch this one out as they push in. A little bit of a gatekeep play coming through. But here we go. So Pronto advancing forward, looking for those headshots. It is going to be Trip now positioned on the opposite end, trying to gatekeep the northern section of zone. Oh, and up comes Pronto. Beautiful spray down. As well, it is a good play coming in at least there for the side of Slime 4KT. We got Trip now, looking to push a little bit closer. Nerf position up in the vehicle, up in the building rather, looking to hold on to that position. You're going to see Matrix come in with a few hits of their very own, and still a bit of pressure coming in from the north. There are more teams looking to roll on in. Ooh, EFX, a little bit of trouble. Rila Insider really looking to kind of clear out their current position here. Liking the spreads coming through. It is going to be Matrix, of course, now just lasering on down on towards the players there from MetaForce. You can see Cloud now getting picked on up. A lot of pressure still coming in, at least onto the northern side of the zone. Further down south, things are looking to ease up a little bit, but nothing too drastic just yet. Here we go. Zeke finds the head up on it to Nerf. Down they go. Let's see if we can quickly hop across. There we go. Beautiful positioning being played right here. So getting caught in between a bit of a sandwich, right? As you can see, several teams now positioned over on towards the edge. Oh, but Zeke now just lasering through once again. Cloud getting confirmed. Down they go, and it is going to be Meta down to Dark Ghost. You can see Zeke looking to push in. This could be some easy pickings coming in already. Rila Insider sitting on 8 eliminations to their name. Where are they going to go to? As we can see, Dark Ghost. Oh, down he goes. Blue zone just about to close on up as well. Meanwhile, we do have the players here from EFX now looking to defend their own portion of this northern zone. Of course, the next phase now just centering up right in and amongst all the teams. We still have 12 teams left. So we can see Citizens feeling that sting, feeling that tickle as the blue zone is eating away at their health bars. But look at this now. Mercury, oh, getting caught off guard as a beautiful push comes through there from Trip. Superior coming in with a bit of an assist, managing to quickly just lend a helping hand there. But this is going to be that opportunity now for Rila Insider to come right up close and personal, come rushing on in. As we can see, Zeke now finding that angle on towards Sully. It is going to be Rila. Oh, and EFX. Beautiful shooting coming through there from the side of Superior, as well as Matrix now gets traded. It is Coco and Zeke left to defend Rila Insider. And there's going to be the rest of EFX, aside from Sully, now looking to mount the defensive position. Here comes Mercury. Oh, there we go. Look at Zeke go. Nice, beautiful hit coming in. But now Superior also coming in with a beautiful spray. Not quite sure whether or not Coco is going to be able to survive that, as it has been quite a devastating play. Up comes the rush. Coco spots their head. Will we get the shot? Yes, indeed. Down they go. Coco looking absolutely phenomenal in that push, coming in just clutching. that squad wipe at least. Almost said winner chicken dinner. But anyway, pretty good play coming through there from them. Still, we are left with 11 teams trying to show us what they can bring into the battlefield. The players there from DreamTeam now mounting a bit of an attack on towards the squad there from G3, as we saw coming in the feed. Now sneaks here from the side of Sincerity, also just going to be trying to keep cool head. Oh, up comes 11. Quite a tough spot to play. But your sneaks is stuck. I have to wait and see how that one kind of pans out. It is now also going to be Muffin just lasering quite a few hits. You can see Inspector up ahead. Oh, but unfortunately, Inspector just outgunning Muffin on that spray down. It's a very difficult position to play. Up comes the final push, and the Inspector closes it out. Absolutely phenomenal performance coming in there. Meanwhile, it's going to be DreamTeam trying to push in from that southern position. Very difficult angle to play here. A lot of teams congested on towards that southern edge. I mean, even the players from the side here of Lag also finding themselves in quite a bit of a predicament. We can see Wizzy now just trying to see if they could quickly find a quick sneaky angle to get themselves back. Got a bit of ground to cover. Still to make their way up in towards that zone. He plays there from G3, also just on the edge. 6 got out in the open. Not quite sure why Wizzy has not yet taken those shots. Oh, don't let that opportunity pass you by. As you can see, Lucid also just trying to see what position they can find themselves in. Meanwhile, it's not going to be Lucid Stark looking to push on through. Will we see that last bit of play coming in? See Lag up ahead, trying to make a quick dash for it. Berserk getting spotted. There we go. We love to see this. But now, it is going to be Wizzy also picking up Inspector in the trade-off. I mean, Lucid Stark also not done with this one just yet. Also now going to be rushing straight on forward, and this is where it goes absolutely crazy. Lucid Stark now getting traded, and it is now up to Storm to try and keep it all together. Beautiful shooting coming through there from Storm, but essentially it is going to be the blue zone to reign supreme, finding that absolutely devastating blows right in towards them. With that, also end of the road there for Lag. You saw the players there from Slime 4KT picking up a beautiful elimination. So Zeke, on 13 eliminations, and with that, it is going to be the end of the road. As this players there from Slime 4KT come in, picking up the winner chicken dinner, doing it with a pretty impressive play nonetheless. 9 eliminations to their name, up with that winner chicken dinner. Of course, Rila Insider taking second position, as we can see, coming in with 13 eliminations to their name. Of course, the players there from Lag taking third place, coming in with 6. We got DreamTeam up in fourth, finishing strong on 4 eliminations. We got Fusion taking that fifth place also with two eliminations. Then Sabaweli up in 6th place with 7. Shroud taking 6. Wow, absolutely insane. Players there from MC United finishing in 7th with 3. We got G3 finishing up in 8th place. Sincerity taking 9th place with 1 elim. The players there from Galaxy up in 10th with 1. We got Sidizens in 11th place. EFX in 12th place. MetaForce taking 13th. We got Gun in 14th. Of course, the players there from the side of EX. I promise I'll get the name. Yeah, no idea. Oh, maybe that's... Oh, whichever. Oh, that's Ultra 6. There we go. Ultra 6 up in 15th place. On the side, Bendy in 16th. Of course, the players coming through there from the side of... Well, it could be anyone, right? But it's not. So that is Newbie, Sonic, Blitz. Oh, alright. So that is the players going through from the side there of Reluctant, I believe that it was. Either way, well done to Blitz and team. We got YT finishing up in 18th place. Got ATROX in 19th. We got Apex in 20th. And of course, the players there from Blackjack being the first one getting sent back into the lobby. So there we go. There we have it. First match. Ooh, second match, rather. Done and dusted. But I forgot about something. We have to take a look to see who our stars of the match are. It is going to be Zeke from Rila Insider, finishing off, as we saw there, with 7 eliminations to their name, 718 damage. So really good conversion rate coming through there. It's going to be Coco picking up the best companion position. And then, of course, we've got Zeus landing that final blow into the side of Rila Insider. So, well done, well played. That is going to be the end of our second match. First match over on towards Miramar. Next up, we're going to be heading straight back into the desert for our second visit. So be sure to stay tuned and we'll see what the teams are going to be bringing into this final round. Of course, again, give me your predictions. We know Slime 4KT took this winner chicken dinner right here. Who will be the team to take our second winner chicken dinner right on Miramar? Love to hear your thoughts. Well, be sure to tell us while we take a quick break. See you back in a short few minutes. What's up, guys? Welcome back. We're getting ready to hop into our second Miramar match of the day. Of course, I am not alone. With me is Mr. Vector Menace, in spirit at least. So Menace, I wanted to ask you, what is your opinion of the matches that we've seen so far? Well, there you guys heard it yourself. Really impressed, he said, right? If you didn't hear that, that's what he said. He's playing the mime game. Not really, he's not even there. It's just me. But yeah, we're getting ready to roll. We're getting ready to hop into our match. Of course, prepping for a little bit of that Miramar action. So without any further delay, the match, of course, meanwhile, will be starting in the background. So now we've already seen the players there from SIDEMEN coming in with their first winner chicken dinner over on towards Erangel, with the players then stepping it up, right, bringing in a absolutely beautiful performance coming into this last match, and that, of course, going straight over to Slime 4KT. So give me your predictions in the chat. Let me know, who do you think is going to be the team to walk away with the winner chicken dinner this time around? Will we see another performance coming through there from Slime 4KT? Because what's quite interesting to see is we also had a very strong performance coming through there from the players of Rila Insider as well as Lag, as they were able to be quite aggressive. But if we look onto the performance there from G3, a team that we know historically is quite strong when it comes to the map of Miramar itself, we see G3 finishing all the way up in towards that 8th position, not finding a single elimination along the way. So not quite sure what happened there, whether or not, Slime 4KT just played better positioning. We'll have to wait for our next match to get a little bit more clarity on that, right? To see exactly what the kind of situation is, and of course also where the teams are going to be looking to be going as they make their way on through, getting ready to jump up into the map and, just surprise us with a little bit of that beautiful action coming through. Of course, the previous round we did see that flight path being very centered. This time around, as we hop on in, we can see a very similar kind of flight path coming through, but this time starting over in towards Puerto. So instead of being like, quite vertical this time around, it's a slight bit slanted, as we can see, but it's not going to be affecting the teams all too much. It will, however, prove quite difficult to head straight in towards La Drillera, Montenuevo, even potentially El Pozo. But of course, nothing that a quick little vehicle can't fix along the way, right? The team's just hopping into vehicle, eating themselves into those more favorable positions. But also curious to see what the zone's going to bring. We know previous round, the zone went over on towards that southeastern side. So who knows? Maybe this time around we could get something a little bit further on towards the west, even a bit north, even center zone. Only time, of course, will tell where exactly that is going to be going. But be sure to give me your predictions in the chat. Let me know. Also, let me know which teams you guys are here to support. I mean, if I look at the chat, I'm not really seeing all those many shoutouts really coming through. I know we had Courtney in the chat as well. Obviously rooting there for the G3 boys. But let's see. Give me your predictions. Also got one saying that the Shroud is OP. I know Dynamic Mobile Gaming, aka Mr. Vector. As I've said before, load shedding, catching up with them. See him there in the chat. But be sure to give me your predictions. As we can see, a zone being very centered. Ain't nothing wrong with that. A very satisfactory zone to complement that flight path. But now we're in a position where we get to see what the teams are going to be bringing on through. Of course, San Martin is going to be a little bit hot and heated. Same, of course, can be said there for El Azahar. You can see the players there from Sabaweli already just popping off up into its La Bendita. Applying a lot of pressure onto the players there from the side of Galaxy. Lazy and Wi-Fi already getting knocked down. So not going to take too much for them to succumb to any of those potential injuries. Let's jump straight up in towards Galaxy to see just how much chaos they are going to be having coming their way. There's still one of the players there from Sabaweli, as we can see Shroud just positioned up onto the edge there. So curious to see what Shroud is going to be doing in that position. Could we see a potential rush coming through? Luffy also just hanging up in the vicinity. But with that, it is going to be, Sincerity now also running into a little bit of a brick wall. Lazy getting traded off. There we go. So now we got to look onto the teams. Trying to figure out who's going to try and play which approach. It does seem like Teddy was relatively isolated in that Elam that just came their way, losing one of their players. The rest of the squad, of course, positioned elsewhere, a little bit more in towards that center zone position. Right, so there's going to be quite a few fights breaking up this time around. I'm going to try my best to keep up with all the action. So we got the players from Galaxy, as we can see currently still on the screen. Ooh, Shroud getting spotted out there on top of the plane. Luffy coming in with that beautiful hit onto Bima. But now Tetsu and Wi-Fi, the two remaining hopefuls here. Trying to see if they could potentially maybe bring in a bit of a clutch play. Liking the pressure being applied here by the side of Sabaweli. Got Ragin also on the approach. Apex and Gun again over in towards, I believe that's Minas. Yes, Minas Generales. But now, of course, we've got a beautiful nade coming through. Wi-Fi actually popping it off there. Ooh, look at that spray. Tetsu. Absolutely devastating. A little bit of cat and mouse, and with that, it is going to be the end of the road. As the players here from Galaxy bring in a beautiful play. Of course, we're jumping over onto the players here from Apex. I mentioned before, they are holding up in towards Minas Generales. They're alongside Gun. We've got Barsky. Oh, getting lasered. There we go. Oh, narrowly escaping that one. Professor. So close to landing that blow. Almost getting the knock in, but of course, Andrew lending a quick helping hand. A beautiful assist to find their way on in. Slim also getting picked up as we saw Jassa coming in with a quick trade-off there. So Gun really getting caught up in a very compromising position. Not quite sure what their approach is going to be to try and get themselves out of that position. We do see Nerf and Roshi, of course, now. They've been pushing further and further on towards that eastern side. So definitely trying to put as much distance in between themselves and the players there from Apex coming in right behind them. So Nerf now, as you can see, heading up in towards Junkyard. Just trying to explore the region a little bit further. We got Roshi also not too far behind. But this is where Gun needs to be super cautious because we've got the players from Meta also just starting to circle about. So it could be a little bit of a surprise play coming through onto the side here of Gun. So a lot of caution, hopefully, coming their way. Well, speaking about caution, we do see the players here from the Sidizens Wildbreed. Also, now looking to start a bit of a party down on towards that more southern side, just in the outlying regions here of Puerto. Team Lag position just up ahead of them over on towards the western front. You can see 11's wall is getting shot at. Several slow, steady taps making their way on in. This seems, at least for now, like this is going to be our major point of contention. Of course, I see a bit of a shout out coming in the chat there for Sabaweli as well as for EFX. Gun also getting a little bit of a shout out there. There we go. Nice. All right, so we're getting some support, some love coming in for the teams. Be sure to let me know who you guys are here to support. Of course, there's 21 teams to choose from. As we can see, currently only 20 remain. So far, one team making their way back into the lobby. Blue Zone is going to be making its way on through as well. Gun now just looking to group back up again. As we can see them making their way on through. It's going to be Rashi and Nerf. Still, Citizens not mounting too much of an aggressive approach here. Just going to be trying to play this one out. I'm loving this position coming in here from Gaudier. Beautiful high ground. Could be quite advantageous if we see Gaudier actually moving into a good position. As we can see the entirety of Lag just down below. So curious to see whether or not anything's going to pan out from this position. We've got Fantasy Berserk just up ahead. This could be the first few victims there for Gaudier to find. But let's see whether or not this ridge is going to be in play. Right, so go 1-9 up in the building. Ooh. They are taking a little bit of a tappity tap tap down towards that more southern edge. But again, not a super aggressive push. We got Shy Boy leaving a few of those hits. We got 007 also now just looking to play on the edge here. 11 does seem to be somewhat trapped, but ooh, all hope now riding on Goodyear. Sorry, up on the side. Oh, Berserk up ahead. Beautiful long-range sprays. Ooh, this is a very exposed position. The Berserk Fantasy looking to move in, and with that, oh, Goodyear gets taken right on down. Not even too much of a difficult position to play there. So really comfortable trade-off coming in there for the players from Lag. Now, all they can do is look to get themselves situated back in towards the zone. Still a lot of options with regards to where they could be moving up in towards. Of course, we are going to be taking a quick look at that map as well, as we can see a few teams moving into a little bit more center position, but again, not a super aggressive approach. The team's being quite cautious. We still have 20 teams, 72 players alive. So I can't really blame the teams for being a little bit more cautious this time around, right? So many potential threats could find its way onto your radar, or whatever it is you want to call it. Now the teams are just going to have to try and find a good approach, good position to pull up into. Those players here from Sidizens now also going to be trying to outrun that blue zone. It is only first phase, so they're going to be too brutal. But Sidizens now need to find a good way to get themselves out of this position, as Lag is also still looking for a potential approach to get themselves back up into the zone and much better situated. Of course, that phase is going to be popping up as well, as we can see it now centering up towards San Martin. Ooh, and now this is where things could be taking quite a bit of a spin. We've got G3 already situated in the usual spot, which of course is San Martin. But right up behind them, we do have the players coming through from the side there of Sidizens, or SIDEMEN rather. Few potential players coming in from that more southern position. So let's try and jump up a little bit closer to the players of G3. See whether or not they are going to be contested for their position. Got TJ now giving a beautiful bit of overwatch. As we can see, we got Flacco, C-Mine, the rest of the squad down below. TJ does get hit, but so that element of surprise is kind of out the window, at least for now. The G3 are going to be looking to just fortify their positions. They are quite comfortable playing up in San Martin. They shouldn't be too nervous. At least not for now. Right? Speaking about nervous, though, is going to be the players from ATROX coming in over on towards that eastern side. As Shiva, yes, takes some severe shots, and with that, it is going to be in the road, at least for Shiva. But I'm liking this defensive position going through from the side of Meta here. As you can see, MetaForce lining themselves on a beautiful bit of a gatekeep. Also, the players further up ahead, Team EFX, going to be looking to see if they can maybe find sneaky approach to get themselves back up into the zone. Meanwhile, TJ, they're going to be just scoping down on towards G3. Not doing anything drastic just yet. But we could see a few drastic plays actually coming through from the side here of EFX. We can see Mercury and the rest of the squad now looking to tap on down. Superior looking to quickly reposition that vehicle, but a beautiful spray making its way on it towards Cloud. Let's see, TJ also in the feed, not getting hit. There's some beautiful reaches coming through there from the side of G3, but Mercury playing the ridge. Ooh, doesn't want to overexpose themselves. Meta now also just trying to hold on strong. You can see Superior now looking to just rotate a little bit further on towards that more eastern side, just laying back a little bit. Like a Dark Ghost. Ooh, about to get spotted out there. Mercury coming up for a bit of a play. Ooh, Dark Ghost finds at least one trade. One hit. Not overcommitting to the positions just yet. I'm liking this approach coming through from Meta. They don't have a lot of information. They've got a pretty general idea of where EFX is situated, but they don't have 100% clarity as to the exact position. So I'm liking this little bit more cautious approach. Meta not overpeaking the positions, just trying to play these ridges, trying to see if they can find the angles before ducking right on down again. So a very healthy approach coming through from Meta. But now let's see what the rest of the team is doing. Of course, Wizard OP, also just playing that edge. Not going to be looking to do anything overly aggressive. And while we wait for a little bit of that action to come on through, of course, we do have the zone getting ready to make its way on in once again. Blue zone is steadily on its way. Ooh, Surly now getting spotted out in the open. But as you can see, blue zone on its way on through. So Meta definitely trying to be quite a bit of a thorn in the side here for EFX. But it does seem like EFX at least have been able to find a good rotational path, rather heading further up north instead of looking to contest, you know, this rotational path here where we've got Meta all lined up. There's some pretty healthy plays coming through there. Of course, now just waiting for that blue zone to come all the way through to commit 100%. We've got speed also not too far off in the distance. Of course, the rest of the team there from EFX also just making their way up in towards the zone. A little bit further north, we've got the players here from ATROX also looking to get ahead of blue before this next phase takes a bit of a pop. A lot of caution being applied across the board. Citizens also about to come under a little bit of pressure. We did see Maestro also now in the feed, taking a little bit ahead that zone. Now once again just centering up even more so on towards San Martin. So SIDEMEN definitely trying to make a bit of a play here, but they are of course now getting rushed by G3. We also see the players there from Slime 4KT starting to mount a bit of an assault onto DreamTeam, but let's see whether or not C-Mind is going to get traded off here. Up comes the hit. Oh, TJ not finding the exact angle just yet. Meanwhile, there's going to be players there from Slime also looking to still play those positions. 70 players still alive, 20 teams still remaining. Now TJ, Maestro, Sad Boy, trying to hold up the defenses here. Maestro getting rushed. Look at Pronto also now on the opposite end. Getting ready for a bit of a breach. Cooking up those nades, sending them in. Chris could be on the receiving side of a not so pleasant nade. Pronto doing the due diligence. Trying to ensure that they get at least a beautiful wipe coming through there. Oh, but Lucid Stock super low on health. That second nade, a little bit too close for comfort. Maestro also cooking up a nade. As you see the players there from G3, Flacco and C-Mind pushing in. Look at that. Pronto finds a beautiful spray. DreamTeam now in a potential bit of trouble. Beautiful hit coming in there from Pronto once again. Oh, it is now going to be Storm looking to make a quick dash for it down the hill. Pronto in hot pursuit. Let's see whether or not they are going to be able to spot out that position. Storm quickly managing to duck in behind some cover there. Going to be the players here from SIDEMEN also now looking to hold up a bit of a defensive front. Several more advances coming through. The players from Fusion also looking to light it up, but Maestro getting traded down. He goes. Lazy Boy. Oh, TJ rather. Down they go. And now Sad Boy, the last one left to try and hold on to this position. Oh, and it's the end of the road. Of course, now the players from Fusion also looking to set up a bit of a gatekeep on the edge of zone. We can see the team right up ahead from Ultra 6. Legend, MVP, and the rest of the squad looking for a bit of an entry point. Not quite sure what they're going to be able to find there. But whichever play they make, they have to act relatively quick, as you can see. YT also looking to move in, just pulling up north of their position. So for Fusion, this is a good position onto Ultra 6. But in general, yeah, it's a little bit more of a challenging position for them to try and play. Rila Insider also now, just applying a bit of their own pressure. Typical, just scouting out the edges there. Trying to ensure they've got a good approach, a good play to make. Oh, there we go. Mushu out in the open. One hit is all it takes. Is the Mosin just comes flying on through. Doofy Now, going to be trying to bring in a quick bit of a res there. Meanwhile, we got Citizens also now looking to rush up in towards the zone. You got Inspector up ahead there from MCU. Grim coming into the head on towards Sully. Let's see whether or not 007 is going to be able to get themselves into a good position. Doofy now still looking to play it here as we have the players there from Ultra 6 looking to make a quick bit of a dash. 007 taking quite a bit of damage. We can see that feed now also starting to just look like a Christmas tree as there's so many engagements coming through. Team's definitely being caught in a very difficult position as we can see that zone. Oh, still jam-packed. 18 teams, 60 players still alive. Not quite sure where everyone's going to be squeezing themselves up into. Of course, we've got 007 trying to push up the edge. But look at this, Slime 4KT about to have a little bit of company rotating up alongside them. There we go, Young Thunder, YT Gaming, just rolling on through. Pronto, LZD, oh man, Filler. Staying well away of the mollies this time around. Good lag also now coming under a little bit of pressure as we see them up in that feed. But here we go, 007 trying to make a run. LZD also trying to make a bit of a push. Trying to get that position. G3 still positioned up into what San Martin up ahead there of the players from Slime 4KT. 007 coming under fire. Ooh. Bit of a dangerous position to be in. Blue Zone eating away at their health bar. It is now also going to be the players there from Blackjacks. We just saw in the feed. Potato landing a quick few hits there. Citizens now in a bit of trouble. They too are trying to get themselves positioned out of that zone. Slime 4KT also just playing on the very edge. Several teams still situated in the vicinity. We got Zodiac here with some beautiful parking skills. Parking the bike up against the pillar. Not quite sure that's what it was intended to do, but either way it's going to be fine. It is going to be fine. Slime 4KT now just exploring the options a little bit more. Inching their way closer on towards that San Martin position. CBGE, BJE. I can't spell today. Blackjack just up ahead. Flacco also just riding that ridge. MG about to start laying down the fire. Let's see whether or not those shots are going to connect up onto wood slime. Oh, LZD pretty exposed, but MG also pretty exposed. We've got gun positioned right up behind them. Not a lot of options really to make much use of here. Several teams now in an absolute world of trouble. Do you see the players there from Lag also taking several hits? Down to Wizzy they go. Oh, but Wizzy sneaking in a quick cheeky head trick. Oh, Rick rather also getting traded off. So Wizzy just really capitalizing on the chaos. Coming in on the edge of the zone. Blackjack, meanwhile, going to be holding on towards that western front. Slime going to try and make that rotation, but Rila Insider also is going to be a big thorn in the side here. We got Potato on the front line trying to bring in a sneaky shot. Zeus is down, looking for the confirmation. Plaza also now going to be trying out to see if they can maybe potentially get themselves into a bit of a play, a bit of a shot. The Dream Team down to Storm. Very compromising position. Potato looking to go in for a bit of a res there. Oh, the devastation is getting laid on in. G3 going to be looking to apply quite a bit of pressure. We can see Seavine, Flacco, and Buden just over on towards that western edge. Storm now also just trying to sneak their way a little bit further forward, looking for a bit of an opening, looking for that rotational path. 10 teams now left in the zone. There's going to be... Ooh, Slime now coming under fire. Look at that. Storm trying to make a bit of a push. Citizens, oh sorry, Sincerity positioned up ahead. Blue Zone making its way on through. The teams can't afford to spend too much time out in the blue. They have to get themselves situated up in towards that zone. And up comes the rush. You can see Sincerity now getting knocked up ahead. Not quite sure where Dream Team is going to be looking to roll as Storm doesn't have too many options left. Now Muffin alongside Desire. Looking to hold up this defensive front. It is going to be a pretty devastating play. Potato tries to make a quick push, but it is going to be Wizzy coming through with a head muffin. Also now trying to make a quick dash around. Oh, but up comes Wizzy with yet another elimination coming their way. It's going to be Zeke now. Also just going to be looking to see if they can find anything to make any use of. G3 just up ahead. Great high ground position coming through here. Got Blitz sneaking in a quick hit. Oh, Buden tries to make a run, but Zeke spots them out, and down they go. Whitey also now just positioned down below to try and capitalize on this potential angle. Good Mestri. Oh, man, Filler getting traded. Zeke coming through with a beautiful, beautiful head on towards them. 6 teams now remain. I mean, Whitey, they're in a pretty good position, right? They've got the zone. All they got to do now is try and fortify their positions. Not a lot of options really for them to make much use of here, but obviously it could be worth a bit of a shot. Oh, it is going to be Speed also now on the opposite end, trying it to just hammer away a few of those blows. You can see Apex also just right up alongside them. You can see if they can maybe sneak the way on through. Blue Zone is going to be making its way on up. So now is going to be that rush. Speed needs to bring in all the potential speed they can find if they're looking to make it up into the zone in one piece. But a very exposed play. It is going to be Jassa up ahead. Look at that Wizzy. Now getting targeted. Beautiful hit. Down they go. End of the road. 4 teams left. Oh, but look at that. Zeke also now getting traded right on down. Speed, unfortunately, not making it all the way on through. Rila Insider holding on towards this western position. We got Mester and Manfilla holding on to a little bit more of that northern reach. Oh, but Trip getting absolutely obliterated. As a beautiful nade gets sent right on through. Coco, now the last remaining hopeful here. Trying to see whether or not they can make that play happen. Beautiful nades coming through there from the side of Whitey Gaming. But Trip is down. Manfilla is down. So very strong play coming through from the players of Feinted. They've got their eyes set on that winner chicken dinner. Coco not being in a position where they can actually reach all the way up towards Trip. We got Mester also just holding on towards that northern position zone. About to start closing in the next few moments. Either they're going to lay down a smoke road to get themselves positioned back in towards that zone, or they are going to succumb to the damage coming through from that blue zone. Mester now trying to make a bit of a run. We got Coco up ahead. Trip getting traded off as the confirmation comes in. Mester about to get spotted out here by Coco. As you can see Manfilla right there alongside him. But it does seem like Mester is going to try and pull in a bit of a heal off. Manfilla does get traded, does get confirmed. Blue Zone being quite successful in that approach. But now Blue Zone looking absolutely beautiful for Feinted as they are zone blessed. Coco, oh, going to try and bring it in. Down they go. Beautiful plays. Let's see whether or not Coco will be able to clutch this one out. Up comes the first, and that is the last. It is the end of the road as Feinted step up to the plate, coming in with that winner chicken dinner, looking absolutely fantastic. Of course, finishing there on 6 eliminations. Rila Insider taking second position there with 3. We've got the players then from Whitey Gaming finishing in 3rd place with 4 eliminations. EFX taking 4th place there, as we can see. 10 eliminations to their name. Lag taking 5th there with 8. We got Apex finishing up in 6th place with 7 eliminations. We got G3 up in 7th, coming in with 6. We got the Sincerity team finishing up in 8th place with 3. Blackjack finishing up in 9th with 1. DreamTeam taking that 10th place. And we got ATROX, we got Slime 4KT, we got Fusion. We've got the players from Ultra 6 here as well. We got MetaForce up in 15th. We got the MC United team taking that 16th position. Of course, Sidizens in 17th, Galaxy in 18th. We got the SIDEMEN up in 19th. We got Gun taking that 20th position. And then, of course, the players here from Team Sabaweli finishing up in 21st. And, of course, our stars of the match. It is going to be Speed for the side of EFX, being our absolute dominating player here, finishing with 6 eliminations. Wizzy came close this time around, finishing on 5. But of course, it is going to be Speed taking our Going All Out award as well as the best companion. And of course, it is going to be Newbie landing the last devastating blow to take that winner chicken dinner. So well done, well played. The team's definitely stepping up with some beautiful performance. And as you can see, of course, my co-host here, Mr. Vector Menace, absolutely agreeing with everything I've been saying so far. So pretty exciting plays across the board. And of course, next up, we are going to be heading into our final match of the day for a little bit of that Erangel action to close off the day. So be sure to stick around, and we'll be back in a short few minutes with the final match. What's up, guys? Welcome back. We're getting ready to move into our final match of the day. Of course, we are heading into a little bit of that wrangle action. With me, of course, as you can see, is Mr. Vector, still in spirit. He's here. Even though you can't hear him, you can see him, but you won't hear him during the matches. You know, load shedding is a thing. But of course, yes, Chopper, no. We don't do that here. I've already spoken to you, so you better watch out. But anyway, we are gonna get ready to jump into a little bit of that action once again. Just double checking the lobby, is making sure that everyone is in their positions. We've got pretty much all the teams currently represented, bar one team that is not here at the moment. But it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. We will survive. They will survive. But without any further ado, we are going to be starting the match. So the teams are going to be making their way on towards the plane to well, momentarily rather, right, to see where the flight path is going to be going as we are heading right back into Erangel to close off the day, and with that close off our second week. So we are almost halfway done. As soon as this match is concluded, that of course will then mark the halfway point of the 4 weeks. But seeing that this is now a 3-week event, tomorrow, well, tomorrow, I mean the next week, will be essentially that halfway point. So, yeah, it is going to be time for the teams once again to show us what they've got. We know that the players, I believe it was from SIDEMEN, that picked up the first winner chicken dinner of the day, coming in quite victoriously so. So now it's going to be that opportunity for the teams to step up once again to show us what they can bring it to the table. We did see Sadboy finishing on 4 eliminations for the team on that first match. And, you know, some pretty good consistency because we had Blitz also taking a very interesting approach coming into that last match. So, of course, only time will tell where these teams are going to end up and who will be the team to pick up that winner chicken dinner. But it's definitely looking quite satisfying over in towards the SIDEMEN camp. So who knows? Maybe they'll be able to pick up even more of those clutch performances. And with that, speaking about clutches, we are going to be clutching our way into the flight path. So without any further ado, let's head on over. Of course, as we can see, flight path starting all the way towards the shooting range on the northern side of the zone, and slowly but steadily making its way on down. And with that, we did have a beautiful little bit of a crash here on my side. Emulators decided to not work the way that they are supposed to be working. Not quite sure what the extent of this is, but either way, everyone can still hear me, I know. So let me quickly try and get everything fixed up in the background. In the meantime, it does seem like there was some form of a severe delay of some sort coming in. So as soon as I've got the image back up, we shall do that once again. So you'll just sit here looking at my beautiful little face. The match has started. But let me see what I can recover off the back of the insanity that could be making its way onto the battlefield. It does seem to be affecting everything aside from what we've got here. So this is the beauty of redundancies, right? Having all the redundancies set up. So in case something crashes, you know, we've got it. We've got it. All right, so I'm going to put you in a quick be right back screen. We did see the flight path there for a quick brief moment. So while I quickly recover everything, enjoy some music, and we shall see you back in a short few moments. What's up, guys? Okay, still working on getting the problems fixed. Everything is starting up. The match is still ongoing. So we did see the zone moving a little bit further up towards the northern side. We did already have a few eliminations come through. And the first team to get sent back was actually the players there from ATROX. So with that, we are now down to 19 teams. We still have 72 players alive. So, still some pretty decent numbers. Of course, we got the players there from Slime Fork AT sharing their space up in towards Yasnaya. So they are currently being contested. We also have a bit of a play coming in towards Zapovka. We've got the players here from Sabaweli looking to get a little bit on the aggressive side as they now are pushing up on towards the players from Feinted. So just thought I'd pop in quickly to give you a few updates while I'm trying to fix everything in the background. As we know, it's always so lovely when these lovely crashes just happen out of the blue. So, just bear with us a little while longer. Trying to bring it in. I'll give you updates as we continue onwards. As anything major happens in towards the zone. Of course, we are still currently in the first phase. So Blue Zone has not even started to move, so there is still a little bit of time for these teams to get themselves situated. We do have Gun and the players there from YT Gaming also up in towards the quarry position. We have a little bit of contention boiling over on that side, and that is pretty much it. So Lapovka is one of the hot spots. We've got the players there from Sabaweli pushing on through onto Feinted. Feinted have only lost Blitz so far. And then, of course, over in towards Quarry, it is going to be the players there from Gun and YT Gaming looking to get themselves into a good position. Right, so that was a quick update. Let me try and sort that out a little bit further. See you guys back in a sec. What's up, guys? All right, so still working on it. Not there just yet, but we did see over in towards Lapovka. Beautiful push coming through. The players there from the side are Feinted. They have been eliminated and got sent back into the lobby. So at least, we still have the lobby going. The team's still making their way on through the zone. Slowly but surely starting to close on up now. We've got about a little bit of time left on the clock. It does seem like Blue Zone is indeed on the move. So the teams are going to get forced closer and closer together. I mean, worst case is I can show you the zone on the hosting device. Fancy way to say phone. Let's see if this is going to work. Probably won't, but you know what? It's probably worth a shot. So let's see. It's not going to focus though, I'm just saying. Right? So as you can see, you can make it out somewhat, right? Zone up here in the corner. The teams are starting to move. We can't really see all that much happening just yet, but this is kind of the best I can do while I'm waiting for everything to return back to normal. Ooh, G3 though. Actually now quickly getting into a little bit of a fight here. with the players from Lag. So Wizzy already goes down. It is now up to Fantasy, who's now quickly trying to just heal on up, while the players from G3 are continuing to push on through. I mean, this is the best I can do for now, right? So you're going to be watching the game on my phone. There we go. All right. So that is Wizzy trying to push. Oh, that's Fantasy, actually. Wizzy in a good position. G3 right there alongside them. So now we're going to wait and see where the teams are going to be going. This is taking casting to a whole different level. Now me literally showing you the stuff. I know you can't make out much, but you know, this is what I can do for now. So let's see how far they are going to be able to get. Fantasy quickly popping a bit of a energy boost there. The zone now continuing still up on the northern side, as you can see over here. Blue zone is going to be making its way on through. So it is going to be a little bit of a challenging play to make. We've got the players from DreamTeam situated all the way down in towards that southern side. Just ahead of them, we've got the players there from Sincerity making their push, coming up from that southern side. It feels like I'm doing a little bit of a weather presentation here. Whether or not you like it, it's up to you. But this is the best we can do for now. We've got the players from Apex on the edge, right over on towards Everest. So that's an interesting position for them to be playing. Smack dab center zone, still going to be the players there from the side of Lag. And then right over onto the side, we've got School and all that position just on the edge there. But slowly but surely, we are making our approaches into the game. We got the players there from Whitey coming in with a 2-2 split as well. Whitey Gaming. So two players just managing to get themselves situated in towards zone. Right behind them is the rest of the team just riding the edge of that blue. Ooh, zone has shifted up and has centered up on towards Yasnaya. So I probably believe this is the first time ever you guys are watching a broadcast on your phone while watching the broadcast on someone else's phone. Right? It's a thing. But yeah. So we're going to make do with what we've got. We're going to try and hop into as much of the action as we can potentially get. I'm going to leave this to just load out a little bit more as we could or should be hopping into a few things just about now. So while I wrap that up as best I can, let's see what we can pull off here. I mean, it is going to be a little bit of a tricky play, but either way, we'll make it happen. So while I get it fixed, again, enjoy a little bit of music. It is now officially second phase. We got 2 minutes left on the clock before Blue Zone starts closing on up. Fantasy has gotten shot. It is going to be Wizzy trying to move in. 17 teams remain. 59 players still alive. So, yeah, those are the updates I can give you as of now. Zone is absolutely jam-packed with players. There's so many of them. So let's see who's going to be the next one. Give me your predictions while we wait for this match to go somewhere. You know, let's wait and see if we can get in. It does seem, maybe, potentially, hopefully. Just got to test the sound out before I push this over. But yeah, it is a little bit of a challenging zone, at least coming through for some of the teams here. Just got to figure out which way around it is going to be going. We'll hop over through just into that. Uno momento. Let's see which one it is. Oh, but of course, you know, let's try and quickly hit the buttons, hit the buttons, hit the buttons. There we go. All right, game's up. Let's go. No, no, we're not going. Look at the spaceman. It's the spaceman. Now there's the game. There we go. All right, so as we can see, Zeke positioned up ahead. I told you I'd try and fix it. So it's not the easiest thing to fix, but you know what? A fix is a fix, I guess. Right? I know this stuff is moving about in the background. I'm just trying to resize things to make sure that they all work out. But meanwhile, it's still going to be Zeke trying to see if he can peek his way onto that. It is going to be Muffin position just up ahead. So Gogo finding a quick hit there as Muffin gets traded off. So Zeke now in a bit of a position to continue that scouting. They do find themselves a little bit more situated over on towards eastern side of the zone. With that, the confirmation comes through, as we can see. It's going to be the end of the road, at least there for Muffin. But now up comes that rush once again. Go. Ooh. Sincerity. Slime. It is going to be a very hot and heated. I'm liking this position though for Slime, starting to circle around as they make their way on through. See whether or not Coco is going to get anything done with this current position. Oh, Coco goes down. It's now up to Matrix. Matrix also taking a few hits. The rest of the team going to be looking to reposition back up in towards Alamo. But as you can see, there's going to be a highly contested position, at least for the time being. They're not going to be out of the woods. Slime going to be looking to apply as much pressure, wow, English please, as they possibly can. Where will the next bit of action come from? Only time will tell. So, Bogeti, Slime Bogeti, getting ready to roll on in. Let's see what will happen. LZD, Zeus, already getting picked up. But now, the pressure is building as the teams are getting ready to push. I'm not quite sure why I'm doing that voice, but whatever. Here we are. It is Slime. Position up in zone. Let's take a quick look at that zone itself as well. As you can see, the teams continuing to move on through. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It is going to be Fusion suffering at the hand there of EFX. And of course, Rila Insider also are going to be looking to bring in a little bit more of a push, right? As you can see, teams position just up ahead, just around. So a lot of options for them to try and make use of. But which way around they're going to go, we don't know. We have to wait to find out. Meanwhile, it's going to be Sincerity taking a few hits. We can see Slime now also starting to apply a bit of pressure as they too are looking to move a little bit closer onto that position. Let's help on towards the side of Slime here, as we can see Pronto and the rest of the squad now heading a little bit further away on towards that mansion position. Pronto, of course, hitting one of the only rocks out in the open field. That takes quite a bit of skill, but also it is for a purpose. You can see Sneak now coming under fire. So I guess at the end of the day, the play coming through from Pronto probably meant something there, right? You have to hit a few rocks along the way in order to get yourself in a good position. There's going to be Zeus and the rest of the squad now also just firing on up, but it is going to be, ooh, Zeus succumbing to Ted. Now, up comes the push. Let's see whether or not this one is going to work out in their favor. Oh, there we go. Just lasering through the smoke. Pronto picks it up. And with that, it is almost the end of the road. Not quite sure where Pronto is shooting, but let's just say okay for that one. If you get a little bit overwhelmed with audio just now, I do apologize. Again, still trying to fix everything. While we are looking at all our respective teams here, making their way on through. But either way, Slime now still holding strong. As you can see, Zone has continued a little bit further on towards that more western side. Oh, but this is now where the players here from YT are actually finding themselves in a little bit of a worrying spot, right? 2 players left is going to be Manfilla and Mester. We get to see if they can potentially maybe get a position or a compound or something to pull up into. It's going to be a little bit of a challenging play, as you can see them now being very exposed. A little bit of a glitch coming through there as well. But the team's now still having to try and make some resemblance of a push here. Oh, there we go. So Manfilla's trying to reach. Not quite sure he's shooting at those. We can look at the map. We do see a few teams positioned over in towards Razok, but there seems to be a little bit of a delay coming through with the things here. So not quite sure what is really causing the problems for us. Right, so it's going to be Rational also getting taken down. Storm still trying to hold on to some form of a position. Still 15 teams left, 45 players remaining. So there's going to be Storm picking up a quick little bit of a rest there on the team. The rest of the squads still holding their positions. We got Gun looking to move in from that southern side. Not quite sure where exactly they are going to be looking to push. Storm now also continuing to advance up the hill. Lovely bit of lag coming in here. Nothing quite like that. You can see Slim, Nerf. Ooh, getting a little bit of a stuck position coming through. Let's see where they are going to be ending up as the teams now continue to push. Lovely delays. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So Gun holding on to this beautiful Rozok Hills. We can see that zone. Also now just centering up a little bit further. This is where Apex could find themselves in a bit of an interesting position coming in from the edge. Right, and this is going to be the only view that we've got today. The other one seems to be a little bit of full of nonsense, so whatever. So we're just going to be playing it like this. I do apologize. It is not going to be the same as it's always been. But you know what? We got to make do with what we got to make do. It's going to be Plaza and Co rotating up there for the side of Slime 4KT. Let's see how far Plaza is going to be able to reach. We got Trip positioned just up ahead as we saw a few hits already making its way on in. A little bit of a stutter coming up. Not quite sure why we have these stutters happening right here. But we'll just be sitting here keeping a bit of an eye on that map. As we can see, the team's now continuing to push on through. The players there from MCU positioned up into wood zone. An interesting bit of a development over on that edge of the zone as well. As you can see, the Citizens also trying to make a bit of a run here. Not quite sure how far they are going to be able to get in this position. The players might seem to be AFK, but I can promise you they are not. It's just some beautiful lag coming in on my side. But yes, here we are. The team's now continuing to rotate around. Up north, Meta, alongside good old Mr. Trip there from Rila Insider. We got Galaxy just, of course, waiting on the edge of the zone right there for them. Meanwhile, the players there from Whitey are going to be positioned up ahead. Beg also now getting taken down by the blue. Let's see if we can jump over to the players from the side of lag. If anything is going to come in from this, of course, we are experiencing a lot of lag. And we'll say that is all thanks to the players from the team lag, as that is kind of what they bring with them. It's not really the situation, but let's just go along with it, right? Now, Fantasy having a few hits come through. We've got, ooh, Meta Wizard also bringing in the few of those hits, as we see the players here from EFX actually starting to rush right towards them. Wi-Fi coming in with a quick bit of a hit. We see EFX now applying the pressure onto the players as they continue to move further and further north. Ultra 6 trying to rush in alongside DreamTeam. Ooh, Rila Insider meeting the end of the road there as they now get eliminated. Apex in a very comfortable position right here on that western side of Rozok. The zone now once again getting ready to move. See EFX looking to apply a little bit of that pressure. A lot of movement over on towards that eastern side. But this, oh, that is going to be absolutely nasty now for the teams to try and keep up with that. Legend is also now going to get taken on down. We got Chris going for a bit of a splash there. We got Fantasy still all the way off in the distance, trying to hold on to somewhat of a position. Not quite sure whether or not Chris is going to be able to make it out of that waterway. But in center zone, we got the players here from MCU making their way on through. Sabaweli coming in with those hits. Slow and steady does it. Sabaweli, of course, now having to rotate in. We can see Meta on the northern side coming under quite a bit of pressure there as we have the players from Galaxy now starting to ascend down upon them. Gun actually looking pretty good coming in from that southern rotation. With that, it is going to be end of the road, at least for the majority of Metas. We can see Zodiac still now being the last remaining hopeful. Meanwhile, oh, it is going to be Azar getting traded off as well. Slime looking to push in off the edge. EFX also moving in right behind them, as we can see coming in from that eastern side of zone. I know this is a little bit different, right? So please just bear with me, guys. All right, game laggy. We make best we can. Let's see. What is Mercury going to do? Oh, sends out a nade. Finds a bit of a spray. Come on. The Fantasy coming in behind. Gun holding that southern position. Not going to be looking to give it up just yet. Of course, we have a few nades getting cooked up, sent across. There we go, right out the window. Oh, where is it going to land, though? Players there from Galaxy also going to be looking to make it quite difficult to rotate up, at least along that northern approach. Fantasy now coming in with a quick little bit of a dash, trying to sneak in on that southern edge of the zone. EFX still on the defensive here. Of course, MCU also just going to be trying to ride the storm out. We've got the players here from Gun also with a slow, steady approach. They'll be able to sneak themselves in from that southern side. But how far are they going to be able to make it up, though? We got Plaza also just up ahead. Wi-Fi goes down. Lazy goes down. Apex definitely now starting to rake in those eliminations. Gun down to 2. It is going to be Nerf and Slim holding on to the southern position. You can see Zone just moving even further up on towards the north, but actually now moving up in towards the waterway. Meanwhile, it's going to be Nerf trying to pick up a quick few sprays. Sabaweli down below. Oh no, wait, that's on the opposite end of the map. Either which way, let's jump across. EFX now trying to clear up the waterways. You can see Superior finding a quick little bit ahead there. Plays here from the side of Ultra 6. Are trying to embrace their inner fish. Or will it be the inner Aquaman? Meanwhile, Slime also just trying to rotate up the edge. Galaxy in a lot of trouble. See the shots up on the mini-map. Oh, but Shroud gets traded. There we go. Beautiful play by Teso. We got Jassa also now just trying to push on up alongside Plaza here. See the players there from Ultra 6 taking quite a few devastating blows. Not having the easiest play, at least. Blessin does find the last remaining hopeful there coming through for the side of Galaxy. There we go. So Galaxy got taken down. 7 teams remain. EFX on the edge. Which where Blessin is trying to push with this particular approach. But of course, PC Speed also now situated up on the edge. The rest of the team from EFX trying to rain down the chaos onto the players there from the side of MC United. Up become. Ooh. Right, so we've got Inspector position just up ahead. Of course, already knocked on down. 7 teams remain. Let's see if we can do a bit of an aerial view. There we go. Yes, please. All right. You see the teams now still just trying to play their positions, trying to get themselves situated. Nerf finds a beautiful one, and with that, it is going to be the end of the road for Slime. But Apex now getting ready to push up on towards Nerf. Oh, down goes Blessin. Not quite sure if we're going to be able to jump into that fight. Oh, Nerf survives a beautiful rush, gets the hit on Apex. Down they go. And now it's going to be the opportunity for Nerf to try and quickly mend that health bars. We are down to final 3 teams. It's going to be EFX moving in full force. Up comes the first one, and it is the end of the road as Gun get eliminated. But now, Sabaweli out in the open. Look at the speed getting traded down. It is up to Mercury and Surly now to try and keep it all together. Mercury up alongside the wall. Sabaweli definitely having a bit of a tough call to make here. Not quite sure whether or not they're going to be able to get themselves situated in the zone. As we can see, we've got Astro and Raging positioned up in towards the north. Astro with a slow, steady sneak. Trying to inch themselves back into a bit of a position here. Not satisfied with the first initial approach. They are, however, going to try and maybe sneak it around. Well, look at this. EFX. They know they potentially have this one in the bag. Astro, they're going to be trying to sneak it up the edge. Blue Zone still continuing to push on through. Up comes the first few shots there from Sully. Mercury, speed keeping Overwatch. Up comes Sully. Down goes Astro. So now it is down to the last remaining hopeful here as we got Raging up in a 1v3. Sully, Speed, Mercury now going to come rushing on forward. Up they come. The rush is about to find its way on through, and it is the end of the road. EFX pick up a beautiful play there. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And with that, 10 eliminations to their name. Sabaweli finishing up in second place, we can see, coming in with 9 eliminations. Gun taking third place with 3 elims. We got the players there from the side of Ultra 6 finishing up in fourth place. Apex taking fifth place with 5 elims. Of course, the players there from Ultra 6 finishing on 2. Got Slime 4KT taking sixth place, also then with 4 eliminations. MCU finishing in 7th with 2. Galaxy in 8th with 7. Of course, the players there from Lag up in 9th place with 5. We got YT taking 10th with 3. And of course, Meta up in 11th there with 2. We got DreamTeam in 12th place. We got Rila Insider up in 13th place. Sidizens taking 14th. Sincerity up in 15th. Fusion in 16th place. And of course, the SIDEMEN not getting such a beautiful run this time around. At least picking up a few eliminations, taking that 17th position. G3 up in 18th. Then of course, we got the players there from Feinted. Was that Feinted? Whichever way. Finishing in 19th place, and of course ATROX getting sent back to the lobby first. So yeah, some really surprising plays coming through from all the teams here once again. A really action-packed Erangel finding its way through, at least the bits that I could show you. You know, technology being such a fantastic thing. But either way, you know, we made it work. We got through to the very end of that match, and we did see the players there from EFX managing to land themselves a very successful winner chicken dinner. So big up going out to all the teams that have been able to secure themselves these victories so far. So we know it's the players from EFX taking this last winner chicken dinner, and then of course we've had several others step up. We've had the players there from the side of, I believe that was, you know, I've already blanked out, right? I already forgot the names already. I'm getting old, right? This, like, getting old is not for the light of the weak or hard or whatever, right? We know Slime got their chicken dinner over on Miramar itself. And then, of course, the players there from SIDEMEN. There we go. That was the name I was looking for, picking up quite a successful run here today. So, yeah, a lot of surprising performances coming through. It's good to see all 21 teams having a great opportunity to kind of duke it out on the battlefield, to see who will be the teams to take the lead of our overall standing. So be sure to head over to the Mettlestate website to get an update as to what the results are. But with that, we are going to be ending it here for tonight at least. So be sure to join us again next week for more PUBGMobile action. Hopefully a little bit less load shedding coming through as well. But, you know, have a fantastic time. Have a fantastic evening. Hope you all stay safe. And we look forward to seeing you all back again next week. So until then, have a good time.